Hey guys, RanterInShades here, because that's my first to memorize vlog style, and I just want to make a quick video sharing some thoughts on the newest episode of South Park. I watched it yesterday, and for those of you that have not seen it, go to their site and you can watch it. They have all their episodes over there. I'm going to be making some spoilers, so sorry if I'm ruining it for anybody, but you know, you can go watch the episode and then come back to this one. I won't mind. But anyway, this particular episode featured PewDiePie in the episode, and before anybody thinks that this is going to be a video going, how dare South Park feature PewDiePie? PewDiePie sucks. That isn't what this video is going to be about. It's not the point of this video. The point of this video is actually to talk about some particular implications or messages that I sort of picked up in this episode. So one of the plot lines for this episode basically centers around Kyle wanting to play, I believe it was Call of Duty, with his brother Ike, but Ike would rather sit at his computer and watch PewDiePie, you know, and Cartman basically also jumps the ship of, you know, making similar PewDiePie-style videos on YouTube. And throughout the episode, Kyle and I believe some other characters are basically going, why would you rather sit on your computer and watch somebody else play a game when you could be playing the game yourself? It kind of reminds me a little bit of the video PM Rants made about Let's Plays back in the day, before his opinion changed about Let's Plays, which, you know, good for him. Now, I personally am not a fan of Let's Plays, but, you know, I've watched a couple. I can understand, you know, the appeal that people see in Let's Plays. People find the commentary to be funny and whatnot, and, you know, they just like the overall experience of playing the particular game, regardless of whether or not they can actually play themselves. They enjoy the commentary, and I can understand that. But the themes or messages or implications that I basically picked up, one of them that, you know, Kyle and I believe a couple other characters were basically sending was they found PewDiePie and, you know, people that make, you know, commentaries on video games and other such things to be hacks. They found their followers to be nothing but 5-year-old drones. And when I watched that, I basically, you know, took a step back and I was like, wait a minute, you know, how different is that from what I do? How different is that from what anybody does on YouTube? They commentate on something, you know, not as in, like, you know, a commentary community where, you know, commentating on various videos that they come across, but commentate and share opinions on various things and put them on YouTube. That isn't really different from what I do or what really anybody that I follow does. I mean, you could consider me a commentator of sorts. Not exactly a commentator on video games, not exactly a commentator for various videos, but like a social commentator, or a commentator on music. The same could be said about various other people who make vlogs, people who make rants, and any such videos where they share opinions and put them on YouTube. So that left me feeling a bit insulted, not really personally offended, because South Park never really personally offends me at all. Not even with the fucking Asperger's episode. I mean, sure, there were some points in the episode I thought were a bit strange and weird, but, you know, not really personally offensive or anything like that. The only time that South Park has ever really done something that, you know, I thought was kind of, you know, weird or stupid or something like that, the only episode of South Park that I really didn't like would be the episode called Yikes, which is the episode where Mr. Garrison, or Mrs. Garrison rather, becomes a lesbian. And the reason I didn't really like that episode is because I just thought it was too over-the-top and graphic for the sake of being over-the-top and graphic. And I'm like, okay, really a point? I mean, the plot with the Mexicans, I thought that was funny, but the main plot of the episode with the scissoring and all that, is there really a need to be that graphic and over the top? I mean, seriously, just focus on telling a damn story. But back to the main point that I was going on about earlier, about how the people that, you know, commentate on various things are hacks. Take it from me, you know, I follow a lot of people on this site, and they most certainly are not hacks. A few people I've come across that make videos sharing opinions, you know, a few people might be hacks of sorts, but to say that about anybody on YouTube that commentates on something, shares their opinion on something and puts it on YouTube, they aren't hacks. Most certainly. They're good at what they do. You know, I'm not really a fan of PewDiePie, but, you know, I'm not gonna call PewDiePie a hack because, you know, for what he does, you know, I'm sure he's good at what he does. And the thing about the fans, the followers, being nothing but 5-year-old drones and whatnot, that's sort of, you know, hit me and left me feeling a tad insulted a bit as well, you know. Oh, anybody who follows somebody on YouTube who shares their opinion on something, whether it be a video game or something else, oh, they're nothing but 5-year-old drones. I mean, like, dude, that's not really cool either. I mean, PewDiePie's fan base has a reputation for being, you know, nothing but angry children that cannot take a differing opinion about PewDiePie, but I know for a fact that that is false. I mean, fucking Take Shot Action and Skull Ripper and the Random Gangsta and any other people that I know who's a fan of PewDiePie, they aren't angry children who can't take an opinion. And speaking of Skull Ripper, I'm sure that guy that he made a video about last summer, I'm sure he's fucking, you know, jerking his hate boner off to the portrayal of PewDiePie and his fans. I mean, I'm sure that's probably the case, but that's a bit off topic. But anybody who follows a YouTuber who, you know, commentates on something and shares their opinion about something, they're drones, that is false too. I mean, everybody on YouTube who has an audience is gonna have some people in their audience that, you know, has their head screwed on loose. I mean, I could even say that about a few people in my audience, but, you know, my audience, for the most part, at least I like to think, you guys are pretty cool. You guys are pretty, you know, intelligent and cool people. A few of you might have, you know, your heads screwed on loose, but not all of you. I mean, to generalize an entire audience and say that, you know, the entirety of their audience is just drones and whatnot, that's not cool. That is a bit insulting. I mean, again, I'm not really a fan of PewDiePie, but I'm not gonna go around and say that his audience are nothing but fucking idiots, because in every audience, even the audience that has, like, the worst reputation, there are going to be some intelligent people. Like, I've seen various people who are fans of PewDiePie say that the people that, you know, go running around saying, they say that they make PewDiePie's fan base, they make the bro army look bad. And I can understand that, you know, anybody who will do that with anybody, because there are people in every audience on YouTube that really do not know how to handle a differing opinion about a YouTuber that they follow, and that makes the rest of that person's fans look bad. But to generalize based off of them, that's stupid as well. Now, this isn't me saying that I was, you know, really personally offended by the episode as a whole. I mean, I still thought the episode was funny. I thought it was a good episode, which, again, if you haven't seen it, go watch it. But other than that, that's all I really gotta say about this. What did you guys think of the most recent, at the time of recording this episode? This season of South Park I actually think is pretty damn awesome so far, but leave thoughts in the comment section below. Take care and have a nice day. I'm Shades, and I will see you next time.